Welcome to another edition of Minnesota Camper. I am John from Hilltop Camper and RV, and this week is the big St. Paul RV Super Show going on at the River Center in St. Paul, Minnesota, and it is it's going on Thursday through Sunday. It's kind of the start of the RV show season, and no matter if you're in Minnesota like we are or anywhere else, as you get into the springtime, late winter, you start thinking about RVs and thinking what you're going to get. And of course, the shows are really, really exciting to go to, and we'll wait, at least around here, to stay warm and have something to look at while you're doing it. But the thing is, if you're really wanting to buy something at one of these RV shows, or you're starting to think about buying something here this spring, what do you need to consider? And nobody better to bring in than, I believe, 18-year sales veteran at Hilltop Camper and RV in our Fridley store, Brian Jorstad. What is it?
We'll call it that. Yeah.
We'll call it that. Yeah. Had a 1-year hiatus, went into selling some signs or something. Thought that was a bad idea, and then came back to us. We're glad to have you.
I just miss the RV life.
How many shows do you think that you have worked at?
Oh boy. Probably two to three a year, and times 17, 18.
Over 50.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this is a guy that should know something about it. We're trying to help the consumer here, right? So there's a few RV shows in pretty much any market every year.
Yes.
If you're truly in the buying spirit, okay, we're talking in January. There's no need, at least in Minnesota, right, to go out camping tomorrow. So if I'm going to a show in January or February, even March, what are some of the things that I need to know as I'm going to them? Let's start out with this. If I'm thinking, I'm not even going camping until May or June, is January, February, March at these shows, are these going to be the best prices of the year, Brian?
Absolutely. We do a lot of price promotions. The manufacturers put out incentives just for the shows, and oftentimes we're getting the best pricing of the year because they've just come out with 2025 models. They've got introductory specials for us to stock up inventory over the non-busy months for our territory, where we've got some of the best pricing because we're buying in bulk and we're making special purchases. Also, right after the new year is typically when we see a price increase. There's looming tariffs that are coming down on things in the future potentially. And so this is definitely the best time of the year to buy. And the dealerships that are going to be there are going to be putting out their best foot to try and capture business because they spend a lot of money to enter these shows, and they want to strike some deals to help pay that back.
Yeah, and some of those units that you'll see there are 24s. Some of those units that you'll see there are 25s. Is there a difference? We're talking about the deals in those two products?
Yeah, you're going to find closeout prices on 2024s as well. Dealers are looking to make space on their lots for the 2025 products. So that stuff's got to go first.
Talking with Brian Jorstad from our Fridley store. He's in sales, been doing it for a long, long time. Should mention, too, some of the other dealers, aside from Hilltop, they're going to be there. And one of the advantages of going there is to get a chance to shop around to the different dealers. Pleasureland will be there, AC Nelson, Niemeyer, Minneapolis Trailer Sales, and Marquardt are other ones around. And it really is kind of one of the benefits of going, right, Brian? You get to see everybody's product at one time.
Yeah, you can see everything under one roof. The RV shows in the winter and even in the fall, they're just great to go and walk around. You don't have to travel from dealership to dealership. You've got your product information representatives from the manufacturers there that can help answer questions as well. So if you're, scared of that salesperson just telling you what you want to hear, you can hear it right from the reps themselves. And there truly is an RV for every budget and every tow vehicle. You don't have to spend $100,000 to get into the RVing lifestyle. So I think that's a misunderstanding a lot in this industry and the shows.
I think one of the things too would be it's kind of set up for a real life application too. You've got they come decorated, lit up. You come to the RV lot in the wintertime, especially in Minnesota, you might not see what it would actually look like if you were living in it, right?
Yeah, it gives you a lot more time to sit in them and not have to worry about right now it's what, 5 degrees outside and terrible wind chills. You can actually take your time, all the lights are on, sit in the unit, and just see if it's really going to be a comfortable fit for you.
What about my negotiating hat? Do I need to bring that at an RV show?
You know, they say if you don't ask, you're not trying, but typically the dealerships, they are putting their best foot forward. They have some incentives from the reps, and the reps want to see, from the manufacturers, want to see things moving. So we truly do have some very low prices, and I, in my experience, there hasn't been much luck with negotiating at the shows.
But is it important to get it at the show? Because can't you wait?
Not all the time.
I mean,
We've
you can,
definitely
you've talked a little bit about these dealer incentives and such. Can I just get that later? Can I negotiate that later?
no, we have some incentives from the reps that will cut off after Sunday. So, um, you know, doing something at the show is the best way to go. You can take your risk, but usually if you wait, you are going to pay more, and you might not have it in time. The dealerships are running these sales nationwide, and the one second. The
Popular guy.
more and more shows that are going on nationwide, these orders are all coming in to the manufacturers. So now your delivery date's getting pushed out further and further. You might not have it for Memorial Day weekend if you wait until March and April. It's just you're not going to get it in time.
I think it's fair to say too, you mentioned buying in bulk in some of these. There are going to be some models that if you don't get the one that's at the show, cool, because there's a couple more still in the lot. But there's
Yeah,
going to be some models at the show that want you, to your point, once that one is gone, if you can get another one, meaning if it is of that year model, and yeah, sure, you can order another, you'd have to order it. And yeah, you're right. You know, it might be a couple of months, a few months out.
exactly. Yep. And the prices might go up later. Also, if it's a 2024 closeout, we can't make more of those. Once those are gone, those are gone. And sometimes those are the first ones to go the first couple of days at the shows. The people that get there early are finding those closeouts. And when you arrive Saturday or Sunday, a lot of times those are already spoken for.
Well, if you are truly in the mood to buy and you have a camper already and you're looking to maybe trade it in,
Mm-hmm.
what are some of the things you need to do? What are some of the things you need to bring or know as you
Yeah.
come to the RV show, and be prepared to maybe make a deal right there?
Yeah, so you're gonna spend a day at the show looking at all the different options. I would wear a comfortable pair of shoes because you're gonna be getting your steps in, and I would definitely bring, a pad of paper maybe to take some notes. You're gonna uh, just definitely be prepared for those types of things, and yeah.
What do you need to know about your own trade?
Oh
You don't
yes,
have
yes.
you don't have to bring the trade, right?
No, don't. Yeah, yeah. We don't expect you to bring the trade, but definitely know your year, make, and model of your trade in. That's going to help us find your trade value and get you an accurate trade value right there at the show.
Probably a good idea to bring all the true decision makers too, because if you do find the one you want, you don't
Yeah,
want to have to go home and ask.
you don't want to get in trouble. So you want to bring all parties that are going to be part of the decision.
Yeah,
Your driver's license, so we can run credit applications. We have some finance specials at the shows, so definitely be prepared to present that information as well.
cool, Brian. Well, thank you very much. See you at the shows.
All right, thank you, John, for having me.
All right, that's Brian Jorstad. He is sales guy extraordinaire in our Fridley store at Hilltop Camper and RV. We thank you for watching Minnesota Camper. If you've got ideas on ways that we can help your consumer experience, whether it's buying an RV or if it's just out there camping, we want all kinds of ideas and want to show you all kinds of things about camping in Minnesota. This is a show that is made for Minnesota campers about Minnesota camping. So we hope to get your ideas here on Minnesota Camper. I'm John. This has been Minnesota Camper from Hilltop Camper and RV. Thanks for watching Minnesota Camper. We hope you like and subscribe to our YouTube page. We want to be a resource for you for everything to do with Minnesota camping. Yes, we want to help you figure out how to buy an RV, what the best process is to go through with that. We'll even tell you some of the downfalls, some things you got to watch out for. But at the same time, we want to talk about other things too. We want to talk about maybe the cool campsites to check out, or what's going on in the resort towns that you might be going to on the holiday weekend, or games to play at the campsite, or food to cook at the campsite, or how to maintain your RV. All these kinds of ideas. We want to be a good research source for you. So we hope you like and subscribe. We hope that you give us your input. We thank you for watching Minnesota Camper from Hilltop Camper and RV.